We're so excited that you guys could be here tonight. So us four are out here about to play a crazy game for you guys. Basically what happens in this game is one of us is going to spin this Powerade bottle on the ground, and then whoever it lands on has to grab an egg from the egg carton and try and throw it at one of the others and hit them, but they have to run away as quickly as possible so that they don't get hit. So we're going to try it out. Watch this. Woo!
Oh! Let's go!
Okay, good.
Dang it! Oh my god! Sorry. No! No! Wait, what? What is that doing? Oh! What is that? Rescue. I'll do one.
Oh my god!
Dang it! I thought it was gonna go high, bro. No! No!
See all of y'all. Let me see your battle wounds. Good. Good. My hair too. Hair. Molly.
Yes, welcome, Kelsey. It is Met Youth Live.
It is. I loved filming that video, by the way.
Did you?
That was a good time.
Did anyone get injured in the filming of that video?
I think everybody did, except for Preston didn't get hit at all. I know. He
Because he's nimble?
Well, mostly because it ended up where he just got to throw them all the time.
It always spun on, it always
Riley
landed on him.
got pelted pretty hard a few times. Me and Branson were just in the background. We did not get hit. But
Hey, wait, before we keep going, Kelsey, we have a leader
let me
shout
get out
out,
of the
random
way.
leader shout out already. Our 11th grade boys leader, Kenny and Sheldon.
What's up?
We want to say what's up to you. We love you guys. We appreciate all that you do. Those 11th grade guys, they are a lot of fun.
They are, and their leaders
They have
are a
some
lot of fun,
amazing
too.
leaders, so shout out to them. Kelsey, did you get an egg?
I didn't get to throw an egg or get hit by an egg. So that's kind of disappointing, but I had to film, so.
So we played a game on Noonday Live where it was me and Branson, and you had
Yes.
to answer. So if you could throw an egg at one of us, who would it be?
Oh, wow. I know you're going to ask me this. If I had to throw an egg at one of you, I'd probably throw it at Branson because there'll be less consequences.
And because you're not standing next to him right now, is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
I can appreciate that. So Kelsey, we are going to have a lot of fun. We are so glad you were on here on YouTube and Facebook.
Yes.
And so if YouTube gives you any trouble, jump over to Facebook. But we're praying YouTube goes strong
Yes,
tonight.
we love you guys to stay on Facebook.
That's
I mean
right.
YouTube.
Yes, YouTube. And make sure that you are commenting down below. We love to see conversations going on. We love to see, we have some of these going on. There's some people that are having some lag, but that's okay. Kenny and Sheldon shout out on there. But hey, it's better than last time. And this is going to be a fun night. Kelsey, we have some new segments tonight that I am excited about.
I'm excited too. This last week, so this next segment we're about to do, this last week, you guys know who Steven is. He's awesome. He's up here worshiping, usually on Wednesday nights. He's also one of our interns. And this last week, Steven posted something on Instagram.
Mad skills.
Mad skills.
Mad skills.
Who knew? We just discovered that Steven had this hidden talent. So you guys check out this new segment we got.
Hey. I'm about to pop some facts. Only cap a pop a snap with caps. Might have stole that line, this flow's still divine, but I gotta innovate when I'm asked to create, cause I never wanna waste my time. Bop up and down, are you feeling the vibe? Hop up and get all inside of my mind. Real talk, are your friends still scared to go die? No talk, go take them to lunch and just try. To talk of his love, most people don't get it, thinking that they'll make it to heaven instead of just perishing. That's just embarrassing, and that's all you. Are you gonna do what you were called to do? Huh, hey, by the way, if you do not know all the love Jesus has, I'm sorry for rushing, I'll bring it right back. We all are just sinners, we eat it for dinner, but I got that plate full of grace. You can have it yourself, it's not on a high shelf. Try all of your life, but you can't save yourself. Too many people are confident in that, but trust me, I've tripped in the bond and been back. If you are not saved, then I reckon you fix that. Cause the day you die, if you're not, you be big sad. So forget that. Hey, listen. And all y'all on TikTok like who y'all impressing. I'm sure that it's all fun and games, but I'm stressing the point that it's all just in vain. Cause y'all don't feel my pain, cause you're way too distracted with likes and with fame. Dog, it lasts for a second. I'm after blessings and sharing real life. That's the angle, I know it. Quit swinging your hips and do something heroic. If you just got triggered, you need to know it. Vibe with me.
Bro, Steven just popped off with that rap. I don't know, you guys couldn't see it because we were on camera, but we were dancing so hardcore.
It was so good.
I was
I
doing a
loved
little bit isolations. I just felt it in the moment when I was dancing. So you guys, today, us three are before you today, coming to you with some hot topics. It is Hot Topics time with Riley, Branson, and Bailey. So today's hot topic is hobbies and skills that people have picked up in quarantine and now think that they're professionals at.
I have some
if
of
you
those.
caught that. So yes,
Yep.
I know we all have some of those,
Yes.
especially me, and it's specifically skateboarding. Me, Kelsey, and Branson recently picked that up. I got a penny board, Branson got a longboard, Kelsey got a skateboard. And now we just out here thinking like we're Tony Hawk because we made one TikTok about skateboarding. Here's a TikTok, check it out real quick. Yes, it's like,
Wow, I couldn't.
you can tell that like we definitely fell because of the way I was balancing.
Yes.
Like it was a little bit shaky, but that was
But that
the
was
first
also a while
time.
ago.
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
So I've gotten better. It's been good.
Yeah,
It's been
my
good.
skills are nowhere near as good as you and Kelsey's. Like I just kind of like jump on and
Yeah.
just wait until I stop and
Well.
then, go again from there. But I don't know. Another thing that I've been seeing people try to become pros at are just like instruments in general. Like they'll just pick up an instrument and try to go for it, whether it's self-teaching or YouTubing or they just do whatever sounds good. They just pick it up. Like my brother, he has like this keyboard that he's been like fingering at and trying to get it. And I know Amanda, she picked up the guitar and tried to
Yes.
practice. And she actually did it for our Zoom background challenge
Yes.
that life groups had this weekend. So check out this video.
Let's see it. It's golden stuff. Oh my gosh.
I fell into the pit. You fell into the pit. We all fell into the pit.
She,
Oh my gosh.
I love Amanda so much. She's probably gonna hate us for showing that, but
That's
she
funny.
sings way better. That was just for her character. She was Andy
Yes.
off
She was
of
in
Parks and
character.
Rec.
Joke, but
Yes,
yes.
just a joke, but I mean, she did learn a few chords.
She nailed it. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't watch Parks and Rec, but I just feel like she nailed that character because it was just so funny that
I
it
agree,
just
I
made
It was
agree.
me laugh.
hilarious. Another thing people have been doing is learning how to dance. I don't know if you guys have heard, but there's this new app called TikTok
Yes, I'm guilty.
where
yes.
literally all the professional dancers are. So if you guys want to check out some professional dancers, check out this video.
Oh no. Let's see it.
Let's go! Bring a Lamborghini freaking cop car! Ha ha! Wave! Wave! I have two weapons. Yeah! Face switch! Guitar! I'm playing! Another gun! Throw it! Toss it up! Blow it!
Oh my gosh. That
Branson!
they should honestly be Justin
Whoa.
Bieber's backup dancers. I
Thank
don't know.
you.
How do you
Maybe.
feel, Riley? Because you obviously know what you're
You
doing.
know, if it's up to me, I'm gonna say that there was 100% effort and energy into that,
There
and
was,
I
there was.
applaud you
Yes,
for that.
me too.
Thank you. I don't know. Well, hold on. There is a leader shout out going
Oh,
on.
hold on, people.
My mom, Glinda, and her co-lead Carrie, they are amazing. Freshman A girls. They are wonderful. They really just love on their students
They do.
and they show them how much they care for them. They walk through life with them. Oh, they are amazing. I
Thank
love
you,
them so
guys.
much. I'm a little biased, but we were talking about dancing. Yes, I had 100% fun filming it. We filmed it today. I learned it yesterday.
Yeah.
So I'm not what you would call a pro, but I did feel good about it. I did feel good.
You know what else I've been feeling good about? Bailey's videos that she's been posting on Instagram. I know Cameron
Yes.
also has been posting some stuff too of them
Good treats.
baking and cooking.
Yeah,
Bailey, tell us about that.
I don't know if you guys heard, but Cameron and I, obviously social distancing, but we went to chef school. We
Okay,
became
okay.
chefs during
Okay,
quarantine.
well, I don't know that those are open.
We learned
Maybe
all
online.
like the
one.
tips and tricks, how to foam something properly, how to put the egg into the bowl
Okay.
properly.
Okay,
So if
okay.
you guys
Should know
want to
some of
learn
that.
how, check out this video.
So I don't know about y'all, but I love sweets. And one of my favorites is cookies, but made with cake mix. And so today I just thought I'd show you how to make it. All right, so everything that you will need is a pan with parchment paper, a 1/3 cup for the oil, 1 cup for the water, 3 eggs, frosting which is optional, a bowl to mix everything in, your cake mix, which I'm using dark chocolate fudge, and then we have chocolate chips that we are going to melt with coconut oil to do like a little half dip of our cookies, which looks really cool, but that is also optional as well. Alrighty, so once you have followed the instructions on the back of your cake box and you have stirred it all up, we are going to put this in the fridge for about 10 to 15 minutes, and while it's in there, we are going to preheat our oven to 350 degrees. So now that your cake mix is out of the fridge and it's a little bit easier to work with, you can use a spoon or an ice cream scooper and just place little dollops onto your pan. So I have placed my mix onto my sheet, and now I'm just going to add a few chocolate chips to some of them. So I just put my cookies into the oven, and they are going to bake for about 9 to 11 minutes.
A few minutes later.
So once your cookies are out of the oven and they have cooled for just a little bit, you can pretty much do whatever you want to them. I have the frosting and the coconut oil with the chocolate chips that I melted, and this is what I did. I have some frosting in between 2 cookies, I have a half dip, I have frosting on top of the cookie, some drizzle, and it's just really fun and easy, and I hope you guys try it.
Today we're going to be making whipped coffee, and if you want to be able to make it, stay tuned.
Hey Met Youth, today we're going to make some whipped coffee. The ingredients you'll need are sugar, water, and instant coffee. You're going to need 2 tablespoons of each. You're just going to pour it into a large mixing bowl.
It might look a little gross, but I promise you it'll turn out great.
Then you're going to take an electric mixer or a hand mixer and whisk it together till it looks like peanut butter.
Then what you're going to want to do is pour your almond milk, or milk, whatever milk you want, into a glass. You can either use ice or without. I prefer without.
After you pour it into the glass, you can either use syrup or creamer.
Then you're going to pour the whipped coffee on top, however much you like. And then, enjoy!
Yummy. Kelsey, that makes me kind of hungry and thirsty.
Okay.
you know?
Those cookies looked good. When I was editing the video, I was like, okay, Cam, you can just be sending me these videos.
Your belly was growling.
Yeah, I think it actually did. Brenton was sitting next to me and he was like, whoa. I was like, sorry.
That is awesome. Kelsey, I love our interns. I love how we've been able to put them in all of our videos, and you know more than me even because you have to edit these videos. But we have so many interns. We have 9 of them.
Yep.
And our intern program started about 2 years ago, and these are students who have gone through Met Youth, who are sticking around to go to school locally, who love ministry and want to serve. And so I'm so glad that we have been able to use them to do all these videos and everything. And you were with me when we have our meetings on Wednesdays.
Yes.
Normally on Wednesdays. Now it's Zoom meetings on Wednesdays. But one thing that I tell them over and over again is, guys, you don't realize how much influence and impact you have on the students in Met Youth. Just because you're in this group, you have influence. And so it's really cool to see that. And I think if we think about influence, you probably have somebody just like I have somebody that comes to mind right away that has automatic influence and impacts people all the time.
Yes. I have a lot of friends that do that. One that sticks out specifically for me is one of my good friends, Shelby. She actually used to work here at the church.
Shout out,
we used
Shelby.
to divide and conquer some work, and then, God called her somewhere else, and that's fine. But Shelby is one of those people that, she's always been super encouraging, but she's also been that friend that's just kind of, good at everything. And I'm just like, okay, we get it, Shelby. You're pretty, you're good at everything. No, she's awesome. I love her. But, that's why people love her, is because she's humble about all of those things. But she just encourages people, and people love to be around her. They're drawn to just who she is as a person. She doesn't even have to try that hard. She's just awesome and amazing person all around. So
yeah, that's awesome. And I'm sure we all have people like that we can think of that come to mind. But we also have those people that are making impact in a not so good way.
Unfortunately, I think that list for me is a lot easier to just like.
Are we going to start naming some people here? So
Sure.
I'm just kidding. No, we wouldn't do that. But we all have people like that in our lives. Somebody who maybe is a little extra mean. And when they come into a room, they're mean or they're loud and people have to like scream over them. And eventually the whole mood of the room just goes, you know what I'm talking about?
I do.
We all have people like that. And the thing is, both of these types of people, whether it's a good effect or a bad effect, most of the time, these people don't even try. It's just they are themselves, and it just makes a huge impact on the people, and they influence the people around them. And so I think for some of us, influence is obvious. Like we look around and we know the people that we have influence and impact on and over. But for a lot of people, I think we don't realize the people that we have influence and the people that we affect because we think we are too small to make a great impact on people and in this world. And I came upon an African proverb. I know how you like your African proverbs, Kelsey.
Sure.
It's an old African proverb. It says this: if you think you're too small to make a difference, you haven't spent the night with a mosquito. And that kind of sounds ridiculous, but if you think about it, a mosquito is tiny.
A mosquito?
That's my Isley, she calls Paschetti. Yeah. And so a mosquito is tiny, but if it is in the same room as you at night, it can affect you in a major, major way. And so even though it's small, it bothers you, right? And so small things can have a big effect on people. And I'm reminded of a story in the Bible of someone who seemed kind of small, but had a huge impact. It's kind of what we want to talk about tonight.
That's right, Cor. You guys might know of this guy. His name is, Jesus.
There's a guy named Jesus,
He's kind of popular. Some people know about him in the Bible. They just kind of talk about him a little bit. But we want to talk about his influence over people tonight. And so Jesus had a lot of people that always were like looking to him and like following him, like just crowds of people following him all the time. Whether they were just curious about what he was doing or had heard of some of the things that he had done as far as like healing people and stuff like that. And so this passage we want to take a look at right before what we're about to read happens. John the Baptist had just died, and Jesus heard about this, and so he went out on a boat to be alone.
Right. Huge impact in his life. Went to be alone because he was dealing with all of this.
Yes. So this passage, John 6, says, sometime after this, Jesus crossed to the far shore of the Sea of Galilee, and a great crowd of people followed him because they saw the signs he had performed by healing the sick. Then Jesus went up on the mountainside and sat down with his disciples. The Jewish Passover festival was near. When Jesus looked up and saw a great crowd coming toward him, he said to Philip, "Where shall we buy bread for these people to eat?" He asked this only to test him, for he already had in his mind what he was going to do.
So imagine the scene. He's there, Jesus is there with the disciples, and it wasn't like, 20, 30 people have gathered around to be around Jesus. It was more like, it says the 5,000, but that only includes the men. And so think about it. If it's just 5,000 men, it was probably 15 to 20,000 total people there with Jesus. And Jesus' thought, because he was always thinking about others, was, yes, he wanted to give them spiritual food, but if people are hungry, there's a good chance they're not going to listen. And so Jesus knew, hey, these people have come a long way to be with us. We need to feed them. And so he said, Philip, my disciple, my buddy, what are we going to do? And what's interesting is it talks about how Jesus already knew what he was going to do. He just wanted to test Philip to see what he would say. And Philip went on in John 6, verse 7. It says, Philip answered him, "It would take more than half a year's wages to buy enough bread for each one to have a bite." In other words, Philip was saying, Jesus, look at all these people. We need either a ton of money to buy food, or we need somebody that is going to come up with a lot of food. This is a big problem. I mean, this is a big thing. Like, what we have is not enough to take care and to impact, to influence, to affect these people. And then it goes on. It says, another of his disciples, Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, spoke up. "Here is a boy with 5 small barley loaves and 2 small fish. But how far will they go among so many?" And so he brings the boy, 5 loaves, 2 fish, and he says, hey, here is what we have. But he even doubts it when he's bringing it. He's like, but I don't know how far this is actually going to go. And here's what's cool is this is when Jesus goes to work. And we know the rest of the story is that he takes the bread and the fish and he puts it in the baskets, and they start passing out all these baskets, and it feeds all of them. It feeds all 15 to 20,000 people with the little that was brought. But what's amazing is even after it fed people, there were still leftovers. Everybody loves leftovers.
Yeah.
You can reheat those later. And so what's really cool is when you look at this story, you think about who influenced these people. We all know, hands down, Jesus, yes. The disciples, yes, because they were associated with Jesus. But the one who may have had the unexpected impact and effect on people was the boy who just brought his lunch, right? The 5 loaves of bread and the 2 fish, and he brought it. And here is what's so interesting, and I want us to catch. It wasn't that he brought something that was so great to Jesus to use. It was the fact that he brought what he had to be used. And he looked at influence in a different light, in a different way. And Kelsey, I think we need to do the same thing, because a lot of times when we look at what we have, it's not much. We're like, I don't have a lot. But Jesus is not looking for more. He's not looking for huge. He's looking for what you have, and are you willing to bring it to him? And so we thought we'd give you a couple of things.
Yes.
A couple of steps that we think could
Love
be
a good list.
helpful for you as you kind of reconsider what influence and what effect actually looks like, and what steps can you take. Kelsey, what's number 1?
So the first thing you guys can do is identify the who. So this is like, who are the people that are around you currently that you're friends with? Maybe some of them are your siblings.
Yes, your circle of influence.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who are the people that you can directly influence just with what you do every single day? The people you talk to the most, all of those people.
The who.
The second step is identify the need. So the what. So what is the need of the people that are around you, your circle of influence? Do they need just time? Like, they just some quality time.
Sure.
Maybe, especially now with this quarantine. So like a good Zoom call just to check in on your friends. Maybe it's encouragement. Maybe, I don't know, whatever. You said a physical need we were talking about earlier.
And that's what's crazy is because where we live, in the nation we live in, especially here in Keller, we don't always see the physical needs because we feel like everybody has a lot. But there are things happening over these past 2 months that have never happened before, which means some people have lost jobs, which means they don't have income. They may not be able to buy food and pay for bills. So maybe you have friends that you've never seen before struggle with things that are so far-fetched to you, but maybe that's a need that God has put in your life where you can maybe help. Yeah.
Yes. And so the last thing is identify what you can do to help, and then do it.
Do it.
Just do it. And so me and Corey were talking earlier, and I was like, sometimes I feel like that can get confusing, because I feel like sometimes when we think of like what people need, at least for me, my brain goes to like, how can I fix it for them? And sometimes we don't have all
as a guy, I'm with you. That's what we do a lot.
Yeah.
We try to fix things.
I'm like, what can I do to actually fix this? And most of the time I don't even have the resources to make that happen. But like we talked about some of the other steps, just like seeing those people around you, identifying what you are capable of doing. So even just spending time and checking in with your friends. I think sometimes like we think fixing is what you can do, but really it's just those little things are what you can do, and that is helpful to people.
That is so true. So let's recap. Identify the who. Who are the people around you that you have influence with? And to know and realize no matter who you are, no matter how small you think you are, you have influence and impact over someone or some people, right? So figure out the who, figure out the what. What are the needs that the people in your circle have? And then once you have all that information, Kelsey, don't just sit there on it.
Go do it.
Go do it. Go be the hands and feet, and you can make an impact on this world. And Kelsey, speaking of impacting this world,
yes,
we have another leader shout out.
Wow.
And it is to our friend Tamara, who does
love
8th
her.
grade girls at 11 o'clock. And we love Tamara. Kelsey, why do we love Tamara?
Because she's just like a ray of sunshine. And that seems really like dramatic, but it's true.
True.
When she comes in, Corey loves her because she compliments him all the time.
She's an encourager, a constant
She
encourager.
is. She is. And I'm still learning a lot of things about Tamara, but I feel like she always comes, she's like, oh my God, I just love your hair. I love this. I love it. Like she's just always boosting people. And I don't love her because she tells me how good my hair looks.
But let's be real. We need people in our lives who boost.
Yes,
That's what
yes, I love
encourage,
her.
to lift up, to edify, a word we talked about a few weeks ago, to
Still
lift
hard for
your
me to
brothers
say.
and sisters up. And so, you're who, you're what. Find that information and do something about it. No matter who you are, you can make an impact in this world because, not because of you, not because you have all this stuff, but because you're willing to bring what you have to Jesus and allow him to use it to do what he wants to do, which all comes back around and brings him honor and glory, and that's what it's all about. And so we want to encourage you to do those things and to take these steps. And we're going to be talking about this a little more this weekend in life groups, which I'm excited about. But Kelsey, I thought that I would pray.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, and then we have some announcements for you. So let's pray tonight. God, we thank you for your word. We thank you for no matter who we are, no matter what talents, what skills we have, you have given us those things. And as long as we bring those to you, you are willing to use them. No matter how little or small we think these are, you can make a huge impact because it is your story, your plan for our lives. And we are so grateful for that. Thank you for using us. And we pray through everything you receive the honor and glory. It's in your name I pray. Amen.
Amen. All right. Thank you, Kelsey and Corey, for that word. We are so glad that you guys came on and stuck with us tonight on our live. But before you leave, we have a few reminders and announcements. Branson?
Yes, so we have life groups this weekend. Middle school, your life groups are Saturday at 5 p.m. and then Sunday at 9:30 and 11. High schoolers, your life groups are Sunday night at 6 p.m. But you guys only have 2 left of the school year. I think we have a leader shout out again right now.
Oh my gosh, we do.
Josh and Doug, you guys are amazing leaders. You guys just invest into your students so much, and you just really show how much you care for them.
Yes, thank you to all
they
our
do.
leaders.
But as I was saying, high schoolers, you have 2 left. The 31st is the last life group on Zoom until the summer. But we got big things planned for the summer.
Well, guys, we're so glad that you joined. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you this weekend.
Peace.